Quaid Azam, Part 116. The Muslim League felt that the killings in Kohat of Hindus was not unprovoked. On the contrary, gross provocations had been offered to the religious sentiments of Muslims, and Hindus were the first to resort to the violence. Lala Lajpat Rai, speaking for Hindu Mahasabha, had asked whether even admitting that the Hindus were at fault was their fault such that this deserved the punishment inflicted on them. A joint inquiry into the Kohat riots were also held by Gandhi and Shaukat Ali. Since Gandhi had been denied permission to go to Kohat, this inquiry was conducted at Rawalpindi. In their findings, the two, Gandhi and Shaukat Ali, differed. Shaukat Ali in the firing and burning incidents were said accidental, but he also believed that the Muslims had organized a general jihad against Hindus. Gandhi, on the other hand, expressed that the Muslims' fury on 10 September knew no bounds. Had the Hindus not been evacuated from their places and taken to the cantonment, not many would have lived. Hindu-Muslim relations continued to deteriorate in 1925-1926, with riots occurring in Delhi, Allahabad, Calcutta. It is significant that during this period of the great communal tension, Gandhi kept himself aloof, probably giving up as hopeless by any attempt at harmony. It is instructive that the communal riots were confined to only British territory, whereas the Indian states were almost entirely free from them. A riot in 1924 at Gulbarga in Nizam's territory possibly being only unfortunate exception. Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh, RSS. This is the parent organization for Bharatiya Janata Party. RSS, Bharati Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh. Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh was established in Nagpur in 1925 by Dr. Hedgewar, who founded it. He was a staunch congressman. Having joined the party in 1915, Dr. Hedgewar had in fact been getting increasingly irked at the factional divisions of the Congress party and the Gandhian method of non-cooperation. He considered unsuited to the challenge of freedom struggle. In addition to the British domination, what also disturbed Dr. Hedgewar was the threat of the Muslims. The Nagpur riots of 1920 profoundly impacting upon him. The distinguished features of the RSS stood them apart. Uniformed volunteers wearing khaki shorts. Its military style was all indicative of an attempt to make Hindu society more cohesive and strong. The first task assigned to the RSS by Dr. Hedgewar was to protect pilgrims against the rapacity of the Muslim fakirs or Brahmins priests during the festival of Ram Navami in 1926. In those earlier years, Muslims would not allow Ganesh Chaturthi processions to pass through their locality or a mosque, especially after the Nagpur riots of 1927. Dr. Hedgewar found the Hindus tentative, unsure, participating in the festival. He thus took the onus of leading the Ganesh procession, all through the confrontationist route, as more Hindus joined him. Professor Rosalind O'Hanlon, Oxford University, has expressed a very persuasive point that the legalistic approach of the British did much to prolong the communal clashes. In a sense, their approach was to invite all parties to pursue the rights and the wrongs of their cases as a clash over the precedence of the procession, a dispute over the music before a mosque through the courts in view of the British and the precedent was everything. Naturally, therefore, the leaders of each faction felt honor bound to take up the case on each side, and the disputes were dragged out and further embittered. See, Jaswant, when it has come to RSS, has not explained the bitterness of RSS, has not explained the uh, clashes that it had brought in India, and has not even mentioned the atrocities that it caused. So it doesn't show that if you write a book, you can't make a history of your own. Well, we all know what RSS stood for, and you didn't write any line against them. I don't understand.